So we will take the in-person speaker for 2 minutes first, please. Good evening. You have 2 minutes to give comment.
Hello, I am Sam Gould, a member of the Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee, but today I'm here to speak about my own experiences. I moved to Emeryville 9 months ago because I sincerely believed in its mission of being a leading example in housing and transportation. I was excited by the prospects of a city that can actually get stuff done, and inspired to become engaged in city politics because I too believe that, in the Vice Mayor's words, Emeryville is a place for everybody. Since I started, I was shown a great amount of support by the many amazing members of staff and the council. But I was also shown a great deal of hostility. By one sitting council member, I've been called a troll, had my application for BPAC criticized as being piss poor, had them attempt to intimidate my committee into changing my behavior, and made to feel unwelcome. I really do care about this city, and I also care about getting more people involved. But how can we expect the average people to become engaged when their comments are dismissed, ridiculed, or laughed at while they speak, and when those that move here are antagonized and attacked? I will admit that I am quite passionate, but for my own well-being, I have since ceased responding to that council member. However, I wanted to come out here today to put my support behind this code of ethics, since I believe it will help lead to an environment of accountability, transparency, and respect, and help increase our engagement among our constituency.
Thank you for your comment. Are there any other members present who wish to give comment? Others who have comments? Councilmember Priforce?
So one of the reasons why I have been pushing the code of ethics, and in response to the other comment that was made, so that was me. I spoke against Sam Gould, who has had a behavior that even before applying to become a committee member, I have addressed. One of the things that's really important about ethics is transparency, and that I have been very transparent and have gone through the process. And so even when Sam Gould was applying and went through the whole process, you know, I addressed it. I said, I have an issue with your behavior, but I'm still going to give you a chance, right? And hopefully you will act in a conduct that is becoming of a member of the committee. So when Sam Gould then unleashed another barrage of online comments towards a posting that I made online, I went to the city manager and I asked the city manager, because we don't have a code of ethics, what procedures does one follow? I thought that the best procedure was for me to go to the city manager and speak to him about it. And the city manager said that he would speak to him about it. From my understanding, that conversation did not happen because the city manager also did not have a code of ethics to be able to follow, so he didn't know how to even proceed in that sense. And so since the city manager couldn't move forward, then I took it upon myself to move forward and leave public comment in a committee about the behavior of Sam Gould. And that is the thing, is that, you know, if you are offended by what I said and what I did, unfortunately, even the interaction between you and I should have been limited if we had a code of ethics in place. But because we didn't have a code of ethics in place, you know, and I'm from Brooklyn, when someone tries to bully me, I fight back. I will fight back. And I would do so in agreement with everyone involved, because I have the reputation, I have the background that says that this is how I move. This is how I go about the world. Sam Gould, you are a white man. You are a white man who decided that you would leave discouraging and nasty comments towards a black man. a black man who is going through politics for the first time, and you thought it was okay. You thought it was okay. Now, what's interesting is that if I were a woman, that would still not be okay. If I were anybody else, it would still not be okay. As white men, you have power. You have power where you can do things, and you don't, sometimes society doesn't check you in that privilege. And so what is everyone supposed to do? I decided to defend myself, and I will do so anytime and every time someone attacks me. But first, I will go through the proper channels, and the proper channels did not work. The code of ethics, I agree with Rob Arias in the public comment, should be governed by an independent body, because at the core of the code of ethics should be a strive towards transparency and a strive towards anti-corruption. And the history of, we're called the rottenest city for a reason in the past, because the history of Emeryville as it relates to corruption demonstrates that without those checks and balances, then even the code of ethics can be used to advance corrupt practices. Like, for example, being okay with a lobbyist joining one of our committees when they directly affect the policy that would affect the policy of that committee. And so hopefully this body will consider what I believe what the public would want to see, which is an independent body that is able to determine how ethics violations are managed. Those are my comments.